know, where's Burundi? So I looked on the map, I couldn't find it. So I went on the internet and Googled Burundi. And when I Googled Burundi, up popped, the list of things. The first one was the CIA World Fact Book. So I figured, well, they're supposed to know. They in the business, so I went to the CIA website. And you can find out anything you want on most countries in the world from the CIA Fact Book. So I went there, and it had Burundi. And the first sentence said, the United States State Department strongly discourages American citizens. Burundi has been in a civil war for like 12 years or something. And then it says Burundi is just south of Rwanda. Y'all with me now? And then I'm saying, they ain't called the Bishop of Virginia for this one. I feel like John Wayne in that movie, they were expendable. Anyway, I kept reading about Civil War and they talked about the Tutsi and the Hutu. Y'all see the movie? I had just watched Hotel Rwanda. I ain't no hero. And then I was trying to figure out, I didn't know how I was getting in touch with my inner coward. I'm trying to figure out how can I get out of this with my integrity intact. And then the next day, Kenneth Carl Bordeaux, who was the Zion Bishop's assistant at that time, he called, tells my secretary, tell the bishop he doesn't have to go on this mission. If he's willing to go, we have taken out extra life and health. So anyway, long and short, I finally just said, I'm just going to go. And I didn't even tell my wife all this till I got back. So I just went, got on the plane, flew from Raleigh to Newark, from Newark to London. It actually was pretty good because when we got to London, Archbishop Canterbury was coming on the trip. I figured, well, I'll be all right. I'm with Archbishop Canterbury. Anyway, I made sure I stayed close to him. He's a British diplomat, so he had some British security guarding him. And I said, rule Britannia, Britannia. And I got to tell you, we got to fly on the Zion Bishop's card. This is, if they ever fly, you tell you, you only fly first class. We flew first class on British Airways. It ain't like flying first class on U.S. Air. I mean, you get there, have the champagne before you go to bed, and they brought me my little nappies, and I'm thinking, I ain't changing my drawers for It was a beautiful experience. Anyway, we flew from London Heathrow to Nairobi. We got off the plane in Nairobi, and I figured I was going to hang with the Archbishop Canterbury. He went with his guards, and they went one way. We standing there, two of us bishops standing there, holding our bags by ourselves. Anyway, we got through Nairobi, spent a couple nights in Nairobi, and then flew from Nairobi to Bujumbura, which is the capital of Burundi. And when we landed in Burundi, we saw what human hatred is. I've been in New Orleans 3 times. I've seen what Mother Nature can do. And it's nothing compared to what hatred, what war can do. I mean, a city destroyed. Streets with young brothers walking down the streets with machetes in their hands. And the peace treaties had been signed, except for one group. I kept saying, where is the one group? Anyway, we got off the plane and, we paid off the officials that needed to be paid off, all the things you got to do to get into the country. And the Bishop of Bujumbura, as you know, you travel in the developing world, hospitality will always take care of the stranger. And we could never have been in better hands. And when we were taken care of, the Bishop of Brunch had provided a priest, and a deacon. And the deacon, he was really cool. He didn't talk a whole lot. He wore sunglasses. And he didn't say a lot. I put out my hand and shake. He was nodding like this. I figured out, what's the deacon's job? What does he do? It took me a while until one of his coat opened up. And I saw the deacon had an assistant. they stayed with us. Anyway, the long and short of it, we were there for the installation of the Archbishop Bernard, a wonderful, a beautiful brother. We were well taken care of him. We sat out in the tropical sun for the 6-hour service. It didn't begin on time. I know where some habits come from. Anyway, we sat out in the tropical sun in this Brunch, red and white vestments made for bishops in London, not in the middle of Africa. Anyway, we're sweating and sweating. But long and short as the service went on, since most of it was in traditional languages, the only thing I could understand was when the Archbishop of Canterbury preached, and he's British, so I couldn't understand half of what he said. But the rest of it was in traditional languages, and so I started talking with my neighbor who was next to me, Bishop Onesiphoran, and I was carrying on a conversation with him. Onesiphoran's he's a bishop now from Rwanda. And while we were sitting there during the service, I took out pictures to show him, you know, show him pictures of Rachel, Elizabeth, the grandkids, wife, show me his pictures and all that kind of stuff. We carried on a conversation. It was nice talking to this he's like a little old man. It was wonderful talking to him. And I said, well, where were you when the genocide broke out? I found out that this nice little old man was a Hutu. He was a member of the tribe that slaughtered Tutsis. I found out that this was a Hutu who gave Tutsis refuge in his church, who defended Tutsis as long as he could, and saved as many lives as he could, until he finally had to flee for his own life. And I asked him, how do you do something like that? And he said, we must remember we follow Jesus and not the crowd. And he must remember the Lord put us here to live together, not to kill each other. My friends, we are family. And the price of not living as family is too high. We must find the better way. I'm a follower of the Lord Jesus Christ because I believe he has shown us the better way. Love. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love your enemies. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who despitefully use you. Love. It is not a sweet sentiment. It is the hope of humanity. Yes. Well, we'll sit down. But before I do, I am going to sit down. Let me put the Bible over here. Y'all take this. That's all right. See, I'm convinced that this is, the truth is, the reason the world is a mess is because we refuse to be family. Because we were made to be family. Yeah. And things go wrong. I'm talking about over the whole world, you know, over community, society, city, you understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about individuals. They go wrong because we refuse to live the way the Lord made us to be. Yeah. We really are family. That's how God made us. Y'all may remember this. I probably told you about this. I'm at the age now where I begin to repeat myself. That's okay. Because it's usually different when I tell it the second or third time. I remember about 1985, before we moved to Baltimore, we were living in Cincinnati. And we were at home one day, or I went back to the house, and I remember getting this mailing. It was a computer-generated mailing. And I was so excited to see this mailing, because, you know, in 1984, 85, you're used to computer-generated mailing. Well, I remember opening this mailing, and I said, Sharon, look at this. This is a computer-generated mailing. And it was remember dot matrix, where you had a dot and lots of space around the dot, and